And I am back for part 5. So, I'm going to have a quick go at what I've got. The first thing I've got in this part is Tom Wonderful presents the greatest movie ever sold, directed by and starring Morgan Spurlock, who we all know from Supersize Me and Where in the World is Osama Bin Laden. And the film is about advertising and product placement. And the whole documentary is actually funded by advertising and product placement. In fact, he's doing doc. The film's actually focusing on him doing a documentary about advertising and product placement, and he's trying to get people to fund it through advertising. And it doesn't really do so much as go into product placement. And it sort of shows you how they do the posters. And if you look here, there's the DVD, and there's a recipe from Amy's Kitchen for a creamy mushroom and green bean casserole. Amy's Kitchen is, of course, one of the brands that Morgan Spurlock is sponsoring. So I recommend you check this out. If you're a fan of Supersize Me or documentaries in general, then that's a pretty good watch. Next film I have is a childhood classic, one of my favourite Disney movies of all time, and that is the AristoCats. It is Disney's 20th animated classic. There's the disc, and what's weird about this is, though this Blu-ray actually has special features, mainly because it says special edition at the top of the case, they don't actually list the special features on the back of the case. All you get is just the synopsis and a list of technical specifications. But anyways, this is a pretty good film about a mother and her cats in Paris living with this rich old woman who is doing her will, and the greedy butler kidnaps the kitten so he would get the inheritance, and they have to find their way home. So this is a pretty good film. Some of the songs in it are household names. And also another Disney film I got is The Muppets. Now the this is the new one, and this is actually pretty. It's really good. I mean, there's Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory has a cameo in it. Mr. Chow from The Hangover has a cameo in it. Even Neil Patrick Harris. And the film's mainly about Jason Segel has like a brother who is a Muppet. He's literally born as a Muppet, and they're both fans of the Muppet Show. And the brother tags along with Jason Segel and his girlfriend, played by Amy Adams, to Los Angeles to see the Muppet Studio, where he overhears this oil baron plotting to buy the Muppet Studio and drill for oil. So it's up to them to get Kermit and the gang back together. Anyways, pretty much check it out if you're a Muppets fan. Next film I have is Project X, a found footage comedy about three teenagers who are practically dorky losers trying to raise their social standings by throwing an epic party. One of them accidentally invites about 500 people, and they all end up trashing the house, and mayhem ensues, causing the fire department and the police to come in. This is actually a pretty funny comedy from, it's directed by Nima Nourizadeh and produced by Todd Phillips, who we all know directed The Hangover and Due Date, Road Trip, and anyways, here's the disc, there's DVD. The Blu-ray and the DVD disc are look somewhat identical in a way. So, oh, this is screwed up. Oh, man. Oh. Check that out if you're a fan of such movies like The Hangover or Superbad. Check that out. Next film I have is a 2 for 10 deal, and that's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Though it is sort of the weakest of the franchise, it is pretty enjoyable, and it's mainly too long. It's mainly considered too long, and I remember seeing this at the cinema, and I had to go to the toilet twice. It was that long, but still, Johnny Depp does do a very good job as Captain Jack Sparrow, and anyway, I did enjoy One Stranger Tides, but this is actually pretty good. Next film I have is David Fincher's Seven, his second film that he made, starring Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman as two detectives who try to hunt down a serial killer that kills by the seven deadly sins. It's shot really gritty and has a very good twist at the end. And this has a couple of commentaries by David Fincher, Brad Pitt, and some crew. So I recommend you check that one out. Next film I have is a film I enjoyed watching in the cinemas, and it's Contagion, the Steven Soderbergh film. And it's a film mainly about this virus that spreads across the world and it can kill within days. And it's mainly just a couple of people try to live through it, and a couple of doctors try to find the cure. It's practically Pulp Fiction meets I Am Legend. It's one of those epidemic sort of films, and Bryan Cranston even has a role in it. That's right. Ever since Breaking Bad, the dad of Malcolm in the Middle is getting a load of work. He's been in John Carter, Drive, Rock of Ages, even the new Total Recall. So, check this out if you're a fan of Steven Soderbergh. Next film I have is a film my brother got for with his discount at Sainsbury's, and we got this mainly just to see the sequel in cinemas, and it's The Expendables, a film directed by Sylvester Stallone. It's about Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Bruce Willis. All these people try to stop this evil dictator in some foreign Pakistan or whatever. No, no. Okay, well, it might be in Mexico or something, but this is actually a pretty good film, and the second film is amazing in D-Box. If you can get a D-Box screen for Expendables, definitely pick this up. And move to this, like, they never really put any books in here. Next I have is a film I got with my Disney Movie Rewards points, and it is the Blu-ray 3D of Cars 2. Now, I'm not even going to bother even showing you the inside of the case, because I already did a video on that. So, I'll tell you, the 3D is pretty good, and this includes the extra disc, which the 2D Blu-ray does not have, and the film is mainly about Lightning McQueen taking part in some Grand Prix, and Mater comes with him, and Mater ends up getting between like these two spies and some sort of conspiracy. But it's very watchable, though I do like the first film a lot better. and it's actually a TV show that I have now, and it's Family Guy Season 10. I picked this up at HMV for £10. And I mainly picked this one season up because I really liked the murder mystery episode that they had on here. I thought it was very full of suspense. And Family Guy is one of those shows that I've been watching for a long time. Even though I can't stand Peter Griffin, I still can actually watch this show. And over the past summer, I've seen Ted twice in a row, which has the same cringeworthy humour as Family Guy. And if you really like Family Guy, you're really going to enjoy Ted. So, I recommend you pick this episode up. Next DVD I have, childhood classic, The Little Rascals. This mainly has no features because everyone thought it was rubbish. And I've never seen the shorts that they do from the 20s called Our Gang, but I really loved this film when I was a kid, and I just want to watch it again. And hopefully this will replace the VHS version that I have. The next one I have is A Bear's Tale, the spin-off of Bo Selector, and this was before Celebrity Juice. And the series focuses on the bear from Bo Selector getting adopted by this sitcom family, and Keith Lemon's the next door neighbour, and there's this script writer that lives under the stairs that keeps writing whatever they're doing, and it's a really funny show. And I don't really remember much of Bo Selector, but this is actually a really good show. And there's Keith Lemon on there, bang tidy. And I've seen the Keith Lemon film. I've seen it, and it is actually pretty funny, although not as funny as Ted. So I'll probably wind up getting that when it comes out. And the last film I have is one me and my brother watched, and it's the Jersey Shore Shark Attack. And this is mainly a spoof of Jersey Shore, Jaws, and Piranha. And it's about the sharks getting into the beach on the Jersey Shore during the 4th of July weekend, and a couple of Guidos that are mainly rip-offs of the Jersey Shore people, like got The Complication, Nucky, Polly Balzac, J Money. You get a couple of them, and they try to fight off the sharks. And Paulie from Goodfellas is in it. Tony Sirico from The Sopranos is in it. Even Vinny off Jersey Shore is in it, playing a reporter. And the effects on this, the CG effects on the sharks are that bad, but it's a spoof, so what are you going to do? Anyway, this is actually pretty watchable, and it might be coming on to Sci-Fi or whatever, or Sci-Fi, or however you pronounce that. Seriously, spell it the way it is. Sci-fi, Sci-Fi. So, anyways, that is my DVD update. I apologise for it being so long, and I'll be catching up. I've already shot a couple of Cinemaniacs reviews for Dark Knight Rises and Ted, so I'll be putting them up shortly. And anyways, this is Cinemadman signing out. I'll see you later. Goodbye.